What's up guys, and welcome back to another football Photoshop design tutorial. Today's video is on England's new superstar Myles Lewis Skelly, who is their youngest ever goal scorer. What a player, and so I thought he deserved a design, so that's why I've done it. But before we start, I'd just like to say I've got a new really exciting design theme coming up that will get you guys involved. Essentially it's going to be me giving you assets for design, such as a player and maybe a texture. And then you're going to do the creating, and you're going to create your own design. It can be whatever you want, and you're going to send them into my email, and I'll rate them from 1 to 5 stars in the videos, and there's a chance for you to win rewards. Yeah, if you come out on top. But that is the idea, and I hope you guys get involved in this. I think it's a good way for you guys to practice, and a good way for me to kind of see what you guys can create, and it's exciting. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the video. If you guys don't mind subscribing and hitting that like button if you're enjoying my content, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. But without further ado, let's get started. Right, so to kick things off, I've got my Myles Lewis Skelly. So I literally just go to select and subject, which will do a quick selection of the player, and then I just use the erase tool or the lasso tool, just to take away the excess bits that I don't need. But once now I've got the cutout, I'm going to start working on the background by literally getting a rectangle tool. I wanted to go down kind of an abstract kind of background here, so I've just sampled one of the colours from the not the collar, the arm sleeve, and I'm just going to use those colours to create kind of an abstract shaped background for this design. And here again, I've just gone and got another rectangle, and then I'm using the blue that was on the arm sleeve. By literally, keeping these colours consistent and having them matching the kit, it works well with the design. It complements the player and the background as well. It looks like it's a fitting kind of colour scheme going on with the design. And here was just me kind of just experimenting with the kind of the positioning of my shapes, and it just took a bit of time. So I've sped this process up, as otherwise it would have taken quite a big chunk of this video. But anyway, so next I go to this. I get this quite nice grunge kind of dotted texture, and I do the blend to a divide, and then I reduce the opacity accordingly to about 80%. And it just gives us a nice feel and texture to the piece. And then next I wanted to get a kind of a grain overlay, which I got from my textures pack. And again I just did the blend to let me see, I can't remember what I did here. It was a linear burn, and I just reduced the opacity. And it just gives a bit more of a worn kind of feel to the background, which I thought was quite a nice effect to add in. So now working with the composition, just working out the positioning of my player, and I wanted it to be in the center, as this is the focal part of the design. This is the main the eye-catching part of the design is the player. So a very important part is going into camera raw filter. I've said it in many of my videos. It's key to kind of really making the player stand out and giving them that crisp look that they deserve, and making it look more of a design. For this one, I needed to reduce the saturation. As you could have seen, it was a lot more saturated than the other image of Myles Lewis Skelly, so I needed to keep that consistent. And then finally on these, I go to image and shadow and highlights, and I put it to about 25%, just to give it a softer and softer look to the poster. So now I'm moving on to the shadows, one of my favourite parts. So I've just got a nice solid black colour. I've skewed the soft brush, and I've got about 20% flow, and I'm using a white brush as the mask is black, and I'm just painting in the shadows below to add a bit of realism to the poster. So next I've just added a new layer. I've gone to edit, fill and 50% grey, and I've added, then I've done the blend to overlay on that. And this is where I go in to add just the finer details and to make the shadows and highlights stand out a little bit more on Myles Lewis Skelly. So I've gone to the burn tool, which is on the toolbar on the left, and I'm literally just painting in over the shadows and to make them a little bit more, crisp and more pronounced. And then next I go to the dodge tool and paint over the highlights. And then I'll do the same again for the other image of Myles Lewis Skelly, but first I just added a color lookup to the image just to bring out the saturation. And I'm just speeding this process up as it's the same thing. Going to the burn tool and the dodge tool, painting over the shadows and highlights, and then a color lookup again just to bring some saturation to the player. So now onto the text. I just wanted to obviously have his name in it, as he's he's set a new record as the youngest ever player to score at a senior England match. 18 years old. It's insane. So I thought, it's necessary to have his name in it, as I wanted it to be a part of the design. And then next, I've actually just wanted to add in some shapes. I'm not really sure why I did this. I've seen it on a few other designs actually, especially these kind of abstract designs when a lot of the design is shape based. So I added these kind of triangles in. I thought it was quite a nice addition. Again, I can't really explain why I did it. It's just a lot of the time that is what design is. You kind of, if it looks good, if you go with it and you stick with it, and I was happy with that, how these kind of turned out. So I'll speed this bit up, but just doing the same process of adding these little triangles in where I think looks best. So next I've just gone and got the England Lion PNG, and I just did a blend if on that and removed the white background and converted it to a smart object, and I've dragged it to the back of the layers, and I'm going to have it as, I wanted to initially have it as an overlay in the background, but then I just went to change it to a color overlay actually. I thought it looked quite nice with this yellow, but I did think the colours were too conflicting with especially the background. There's a lot of colours going on, and then to add that yellow, it was just a bit too much going on, and I don't think, the colours didn't really complement each other. So I started with this kind of, black overlay, and I'm just playing around with the positioning of the lion. But then after I realised that I wanted to have it actually the white, sort of goes into the white little box on the background, so I adjusted it so it looked like it was coming out of that, and then I did the same with the other line as well, just to bring a bit of consistency to this piece. And here I was just trying to work out what was the best kind of fit for the line, what size it should be, and in the end I was happy with that. And then I've just gone back to my abstract triangles and changed the colour to match the blue on the background. And to the text, I've changed the font to Babas New for the middle word Lewis, as I wanted to add, kind of just a bit of variety in the text, not just having it as that bad rock typography. And then I did the same process here of having the bad rock and then the Babas New as the middle text. And here was just explaining the record that he broke, and what an insane record it is. This guy's got a big career ahead of him, let's just say that. Quality player. And there we have it, guys. Here's my final design for the Wonder Kid, who is Myles Lewis Skelly, youngest ever goal scorer for England. I hope you enjoyed the video and you like the design. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and yeah, just stay tuned for plenty more tutorials and videos coming your way, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button if you're enjoying the content. But until next time, guys, that is Game Changer Design.